If you want to make a back-to-basket big in NBA 2K21, like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds. If not, you might end up making an interior force. I wouldn't risk it. Yo YouTube, it's your boy Premier, back today with another banger, and in today's video we're going to be going over a rare build called a back-to-basket big. But first things first, before we get too far into the video, smash that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are on the grind to 20k. Hit the post notice so you don't miss the next banger. Now, getting straight into this build video, this is one of the few post scoring builds in the game that I think takes skill for the position. A lot of people think when you make a post score, you need to make it a center, but for this build, to get the 65 badge upgrades, make it a power forward, and let's move on to the skill breakdown. Now, first things first, for the skill breakdown, a lot of people think when you make a post score, especially when you hear this build video, you're probably gonna think pure blue, you're probably gonna think this blue green, the post hook, the post fade, they're nice on the attributes here, especially for the top one. The pure blue has the highest post hook. You can end up with a 99 post hook. But in order to get a back-to-basket big, in order to get 65 badge upgrades, you don't want to look at the blue red. The blue red is another good one as well. You want to come all the way down and look at the 60 green, 40 blue. This skill breakdown takes a lot more skill to use than just back down post hooking. With this, you can do post top shots, post fadeaways, all different type of OG post scoring moves that take a lot more skill than just simply post hooking someone. Anyways though, onto the physical profile. For the physical profile, you can look at the top one, especially with this being a power forward. A lot of people this year, they like the speed, they like the acceleration, they really don't think strength matters as much. Me, I'm not gonna lie, especially when you're making a post score, I feel you need some type of strength. I feel you need a post scoring build with some type of vertical as well. That way you can help with boards, that way you can get shot contests in the paint, protect the rim. Post scores are gonna be in the paint a lot of the time. So with this build here, unlike the blah builds, unlike the blue reds, unlike the pure reds with pure speeds, I don't feel you should go with the top physical profile. I feel you should look at either the second. I feel the second from the top is the best, or you can come down here and look at the one with the speed. You can look at the one with the vertical. I'm not gonna lie, strength is all opinion based. Certain post scoring builds, if you're just gonna be backing people down, you're going to need the strength. Those are for those type of post scoring builds. For this type of post scoring build, I feel you can get away with just the vertical. I feel the two things you need most when you make a post score is strength and vertical. I feel you need the vertical. Once you see how I end up making this post scoring build, you will understand why I went with the second from the very bottom, the one with the most speed, the most vertical. Pretty much decided to not go with strength on this post scoring build. A lot of people are gonna see that and be like, whoa, this is a terrible post scoring build, but it's not meant to just back people down and post hook them. It's meant for a different type of post scoring. Anyways, let's get straight into the attribute upgrades for this build. Go ahead and max out the close shot, max out the driving dunk, max out the standing dunk, max out the post hook, and I want you to drop the driving layup down. You really are not gonna need driving layup on this build. I want you to drop it all the way down to 58 when you get the exact amount, 20 badge upgrades for this build. I don't think you need the driving layup on this build. Post scores, they're really just going to be dunking the ball, post hooking, post fading, post top shots, stuff like that. Anyways, for the shooting, you basically want to max out mid-range, 3-point, post fade. You can sit here and play around between the post fade, post free free throw. I do recommend you max out the post fade, drop the free throw. As you can see, when you try to drop it, you still lose. The only way you can drop the attributes is play around with the mid-range or 3-point. You can drop the 3-point down by 2 to a 71, but I really don't think you should do that. I think you should use the extra attribute upgrades. You'll see why when we get to the later half of this build. Max out the pass accuracy though, max out the post moves, upgrade the ball handling all the way to a 60. Any higher is basically useless because at 60 you get 17 playmaking badge upgrades. You can put it at 61. You can sit here and mess around, drop the pass accuracy, maybe try to drop the post moves. I think you should just put the ball handling though at a 60 because you're want to put the attribute upgrades down here in your rebounding. As you can see, you only have 74 left. 7 after you juice your interior defense, after you juice the defensive rebounding. You can put the rest in your block. You can maybe sit here and try to play around with the attribute upgrades, maybe try to drop the defensive rebounding a little, maybe not even end up putting anything in the block because it's basically pointless. You could come up here and put it in the driving layup. You could put it in your ball handling. I don't know. It's tough for the defense on this build. I'm not gonna lie. This build is not made for defense. This build is meant to get on the ones court, get on a win streak, and just keep winning. It's not meant to ever have to play defense. If you're looking for a defensive post scoring build, make some type of blue-red. This build here is meant to play with like a lockdown, play shot with defense on the twos, or just be on the ones court and just go on a high win streak. For the body shape, there's only 3 you really need to look at, but just choose Burley. Don't even look at build. Don't look at any others. Burley is what you want to go with, especially after you see what I'm about to end up doing to this build. So for the height, you can look around 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot even, but the height that really caught my eye was 6'9". For this build, you want to choose 6'9". Like I said, this build is not meant to back people down and post hook them. You can always go to the post hook for a bail, but this build here is meant to kind of get in traffic, hit a little nice post hop shot, hit a good post fade away. You're gonna end up with 27 shooting badges. That's so OP. Anyways though, for the weight, you can look here at the higher weights, maybe 276. If you want to build with some type of strength, just choose a different physical profile. You might not end up getting the name back to basket big. In order to get the name back to basket big, there's a lot of reasons. I would not have went 6'9". I would not have went 190 pounds, but in order to get the name back to basket big, this is what you have to do. And in order to get the 65 badge upgrades, it is what it is. For the wingspan, you can look at 91 inches. If you look at 91 inches, it might not turn out the way you want. A lot of people might even look at a smaller wingspan, since this build here is meant more for post fadeaways, so they want to be able to shoot the ball a little better, especially with this game being harder to shoot the ball in general on current gen. You can go with the 91 though on the wingspan, post scoring take of course, and as you can see, you have built an interior finisher. There's no way. Step back, Premier is scamming us. No, I'm just playing, man. Go back, edit the build. What you don't want to do, and what a lot of people are probably going to skip over, they're just skipping through the build video. Make sure you choose 90 inches, 1 down from the maximum. As you can see, you have built a back to basket big, similar to Kevin Love, John Collins, Jermaine O'Neal. This build is a demon post scoring build, one of the few that in my opinion will take some sort of skill to use. Let's get straight into the badges. Let's test this build. If you do decide to actually test this build before you end up making it, of course make it at 99 for the practice game. Anyways though, on the badges I think you should use for this build: gold contact finisher, gold pro touch, gold deep hooks, gold back down punisher, gold drop stepper. These are pretty much your 5 primary badges for this build. Gold showtime as well is nice if you have a teammate. If you don't have a teammate, you can take off gold showtime, maybe look at like a consistent finisher, maybe a little slithery finisher, maybe max out the relentless there. There's a few different options. You can even look at giant slayer. Let's get straight into the shooting though. This is the most important thing for this build. Hall of Fame Deadeye, Hall of Fame Hot Start, Hall of Fame Hot Zone Hunter, and Hall of Fame Deep Fades are the 4 most essential badges you need for this post scoring build. With these remaining 11 shooting badge upgrades, it's pretty much up to you, but I recommend you should do like Hall of Fame Green Machine, Hall of Fame Difficult Shots. Those are also, in my opinion, 2 primary badges for this build. Maybe a little gold or at least bronze clutch shooter. You definitely are going to need at least silver range extender. You could drop the difficult shots or the green machine down, max out the range extender if you want. You could even take off the flexible release. I think flexible release will help you with your whites. It's really up to you though, what you want to do with those remaining shooting badges. Me though, it's straight onto the playmaking badges. At least put on bronze bailout, gold post spin, gold quick first step, gold dream shake, gold unpluckable is so key on this build. Gold needle threader is nice. With your 1 remaining here, it's really up to you. If you're gonna be playing 3s, you could look at maybe a bronze downhill. I think you should just put it on bronze lob city passer, because a lot of people using this build are gonna be on the 2s. So if your teammate cuts for a lob, that way you have some sort of lob city passer. Anyways though, on to the important part, arguably the most important part of this build. What you decide to do with this 1 defensive and rebounding badge could make or break this build. I know it sounds crazy. How can you play defense with 1 defensive badge? But it can be done. You can look at either bronze chase, bronze rim protector. You maybe look at a little bronze intimidator, bronze rebound chaser, bronze post move lockdown, bronze box out. If you're playing 2s, maybe bronze brick wall, bronze clamps, bronze hard crusher. It's really up to you. For me, if I had 1 defensive and rebounding badge upgrade, I would either go with rim protector, chase down, maybe rebound chaser. I'm gonna decide to go with chase down. It's really up to you though. Tell me what y'all think of the build. If you watch this build video all the way through, drop whether or not I should look at a post scoring build for the ones down below in the comment section. Can't believe I just said that out loud. Your boy's down bad. The 4,500 VC is looking too sweet though. Or should I just take my new blue-red with slashing take to the ones and see how I do? Anyways, I hope y'all liked the video. Tell me what you think of the build down below. Let me know if it's dub, let me know if it's an L, and let me know what video y'all would like to see next. That's all for today's video. Smash that like button if you're new. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. We're on the grind to 20K. Make sure to turn the post notifications on so you don't miss the next banger. It's your boy Premier, and I'm out. Peace.
It's getting hard to keep composure, they keep trying me. I came from nothing, now they bumping my songs overseas. I remember when I first started, they